Alright, welcome back. Now, fortunately for you, this will be a pretty quick video. What we're going to do is give a little bit of attention to a slightly neglected part of our level, being the area over here where we decided to put a little hot spring. Now, currently, this is not much of a hot spring because there's no water here. So we want to add in some water. Now, if we take a look underneath our standard assets, I'm going to come over to my project view, and we have all of these folders that are opened up. Let's start closing all of these down to the base level. Let's expand out our standard assets. Now, I have loaded in the Pro water. It looks really, really good. If you don't have Pro for some reason, you've got to be working on regular Unity, that's okay. You can use the basic water, and you'll still get something nice out of it. Because the water really isn't all that bad, it's just the Pro water is better. So I'm going to come in here to water, we'll expand this. We have daylight water and nighttime water. There's not much to explain there. One of these you'll use in the day, the other you'll generally be using at night. I'm going to take the daylight water and just drag it right here to the middle of our hot spring. And now I already have the move tool active. If you don't, hit the W key so that you have that. And we'll just drag this up a little bit. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Now we can slide this around to get it to fit nicely into the area. We can also scale it up a lot. And we want it to kind of intersect with the ground. We want a nice kind of beach line right here. Now, this is something I'm just going to mention, but I'm not really going to do and not going to stress about. I mean, you could come in here and play with your textures right here at this point so that maybe the hot water has melted away the snow, and there's all kinds of things you could do for decoration purposes that I won't be exploring, but I figured I would go ahead and mention. So now we have water. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to it, unless you want to show them what it looks like when you're actually in game.
Now, now I do want to show that. Now, there are some settings we can play with to tweak the overall look of the water. I'm not really going to worry about those at the moment because they are kind of very cut and dry. I have a tree in the middle of my path. Do I not? Yeah, I do. I need to get rid of that. And if we come over here to the hot springs, we now have water. And we can walk into it. Now, I tried to keep things fairly shallow so that this wouldn't happen, but it looks like I let things get a little bit too tall. But that's okay. I mean, we still have the problem of, being able to walk through certain rocks, so I'm not going to stress too much about being able to get, neck deep into water. But there we go. We now have our hot springs in place. Now, if you did want to play with some of the settings for the water, let me see if I can do this real quick. If we come up here, see if I can get to a spot where we can look at the water. And the answer is no, not really. That's all right. We can play with all of our settings right here while we're playing, and then see how they adjust the overall water. So we can see a little bit of a corner of it here. So this isn't too bad. We can take the wave scale, and we can increase that, and see how that's kind of adjusting the shape of the waves. So if I pull it down, we get kind of much bigger waves. We have the reflection distortion, the refraction distortion. For now, I'm not going to get involved with exactly what all these sliders do, but feel free to play with them and see how they behave with your water.
Yep. Just remember, when you stop playing your game, these settings are going to reset.
Right. So, I mean, if you end up playing with this while you're playing the game and you come up with some settings you like, remember where they are so that you can put them back when you're done playing. But while this, again, was a really quick video, it's just something I wanted to throw in real fast so that you did get some water over here in our hot springs, and it wasn't just like a dried up gulch. And that will wrap things up for this video. Thanks a lot.